Hi, my name is Yahya, and in this video I'm going to be giving you my exact formula which I use to get 68,000 impressions on one LinkedIn post. Now, quick note, if you want this document, there will be a link, the first link in the description or the second link in the description. Go ahead, click on that link, and basically the only thing I will need from you is your email. And once you send me your email, then I will send this to you for completely free, and you can keep this, you can study it. And also at the bottom, I will be giving you an exact template which you can go ahead and plug and play for yourself and for your own business and to make a post for your own profile. Also, another thing, if you think this is fake, you're more than welcome to go ahead. Shout out to my old client, Sayed Hassan Askari. Go ahead, go to LinkedIn, type in his name, go to his profile, and just scroll down to 4 months ago and you will see this post here. So the first thing I want to start off is with the hook. So let's analyze the hook. Now why? Because the hook is the most important thing, right? It's basically 60% of the post. If you know about LinkedIn, then you know when people make posts, you can only see the 2 lines and then you have an option to click on see more. So if those 2 lines doesn't grab someone's attention, then they aren't going to click see more. So in this case, the hook was, I just lost my best product manager. The second line is, that's how my call started with a CS founder last week. Now, why does this hook work? Well, there's 4 reasons. The first one is pattern interrupt. The second one is emotional trigger. The third one is a curiosity gap. And the fourth one is a personal stake. Now for the pattern interrupt, the thing is, you're expecting bad news, but it's actually about burnout and systems, as you'll see when we go through the whole post. So you're saying, I just lost my best product manager. That's not a good thing. I mean, if you take it into your personal life, imagine once when you've lost something, maybe it can be jewelry or house keys. You know it's not nice to lose something. That's how it ties into the emotional trigger, because you're using the word lost. And this here implies that something really serious happened. And then the third thing is a curiosity gap, which forces you to keep reading to understand what happened. And then you're also using a personal stake. You're saying my best, which makes it personal and not generic. I lost my best product manager. If you run a company and if you run a business, which I'm hoping you are since you're watching this video, then you know if you had to lose your best marketing guy or your best designing guy or your best sales guy, that really hurts your company, because it's not very easy to find really good talent, and really good talent performs really well, and to lose really good talent can really affect your business in a negative way. Now the specific hook formula is, you give an unexpected negative statement plus a personal stake, and then this equals to instant attention. And other examples could be, like I'm saying, my top salesperson just quit selling. Now moving on to the story structure. So this followed a 4-part story framework. Now part 1 is the problem setup. So that's how my call started with a sales founder last week. Burnout from manually processing customer feedback. So the person reads the hook, then they go to this here, and then they're like, oh, okay, so the problem was manually having to process customer feedback. Like, it's just tiring doing it all the time. And then we go in part 2 where the data that proves it's real. So these are all very realistic numbers, like 40% of PM's week is just sorting feedback, 1,200 items monthly which they need to sort. And then you also have $380 cost per misdirected item. So now if you just do simple math, if you have 10 of these misdirected items, then that's $3,800. That's a lot of money. And then when we go to part 3, this is where we give the insight or the solution. Now we're saying your best people aren't building, they're organizing. And we automated the organization. And then part 4 is where we give the results for the solution. So what happens when you stop building and you start organizing? Well, PMs actually spend 85% on actual product work instead of sorting feedback. So now they have more time to do actual work. 48-hour feedback pipeline. So now this is heavily reduced, because this is 72 hours plus. This could mean it could take 4 or 5 days to get a response. So why does this structure work specifically, right? Well, it's extremely relatable, because every business owner has this problem. There's no business in this world that doesn't receive feedback. And especially when you're a large business, especially enterprise, you are receiving hundreds, if not thousands of feedback. The next thing is, it's very specific. So we're giving exact numbers which build credibility. If you are going through this, you know, okay, yeah, my PMs are actually spending, it's not 40%, but it's close to maybe 30% a week of their time sorting feedback. So you know these are specific numbers that actually make sense. And then we also give the transformation, part 2. and then part 4. So you're going from 40% of PM's week is sorting feedback to now 85% is actually spent on product work. And then you also have a scalable insight, right? And this applies beyond just PMs because, customer satisfaction goes up because apart from just getting the feedback sorted out, customers are happier because they just getting responded to faster and they know what's going on. Now, moving on to data strategy. So why the specific numbers matter? So for 40% of a PM's week, we're not saying almost half or a lot of the PM's week. You're saying 40%. So if you have a week, that's 5 days. 2.5 days are spent on doing feedback. We have 1,200 plus items monthly. This shows scale without being overwhelming. And then also when we speak about $380 cost per misdirected item, it puts a dollar figure on the pane. If you do simple math, 380 times 10, that's $3,800. That's a lot of money and you feel that. And then the next one is 85% on actual product work. And this shows clear improvement metric because now instead of spending useless time doing the same thing over and over every week, you actually getting to improve the product. And the data rule which is followed here is every claim needs to be a number. Vague statements get ignored. An example, bad statement would be this saved them tons of time. But the good one would be this reduced processing time by 67%. So if we just said 20% or 30%, then people would think we're making up those numbers because it just seems too generic. Now, if you give specific numbers, 67%, 31%, $380, these specific numbers just get much more attention and traction. Now, moving on to engagement trigger. As you can see, at the end of the post, we ended off with a quick question. Are your PMs drowning in feedback? The reason why this ending works is because it's a direct question. The LinkedIn algorithm loves comments. I think most social media platforms love comments because it's easy just to double tap and click one button to like it, but to actually go out of your way, click on comment, type, think of a message, type it out, send it. That takes a lot of effort and that means the person really enjoy the content. LinkedIn sees this or any other social media platform sees this, they're much more likely to push it up. Another reason is a binary choice. So it's a yes or no question and this obviously gets more responses than open-ended questions. So are your PMs drowning in feedback? Yes, they are, or no, they're not. It's not like, I think so. The third reason is personal relevance. So this makes reader assess their own situation and then it's also actionable, right? This implies there's a solution if they do engage. If they do comment, yes, my PMs are drowning in feedback, then in this case, this client had a software which helps with this. So then obviously you can give it a demo or free trial and this could be the solution to their problem. Specific engagement formula is insight from post plus direct question about reader situation will lead to comments. Moving on to the performance metrics specifically for this post, as you can see, it got 62,126 impressions. But what does this tell us? 68,000 impressions is a 13,397% increase. So this tells us the hook was strong enough for massive sharing, the algorithm picked it up for broader distribution, and the content resonated beyond just the immediate network. This client did not have 62,000 followers or connections. Now the 373 engagements, a high engagement rate means quality audience because they're interacting, they're liking, they're commenting, it's actual real people, well, most of the time. People aren't just scrolling past, it's stopping them. And it's generated meaningful business conversations. If you go to this and you click on comments, you will see it wasn't just people saying fire emoji, that wasn't a comment, people were typing out sentences. And then another metric is 42,000 members reached. So what does this tell us? Well, we broke out of creators' immediate network, same as this. It reached decision makers in target market, especially when you're speaking about product managers, and it also built authority beyond the existing audience. So there are 5 success factors to why exactly this worked. If you see, this is more of a step, right? So first, it's a universal business pain. Every company has inefficient processes. Then we go on to a concrete solution. Automation isn't abstract, it's actionable. Then we give proof points, real numbers from implementation personally and seeing what other companies have achieved. And then we go deeper into a clear value proposition. So more time for high value work. When we go to the final step, this is the engagement design and it's built to generate responses. There's a few things most people get wrong, right? They make it about themselves instead of the client. The thing is, you need to understand that no one cares about you. Everyone cares about themselves. So as a business owner, you need to think and put yourself in the client's shoe, not in your shoe. Another issue is they use vague language instead of specific numbers and specific metrics. Another issue is they don't include a clear call to action. If you want the PDF, if you want this document, go ahead, click either the first link or the second link, because one link it will take you directly to my booking link where you can schedule a one-on-one call with me, and then the other link will be to get this document. So I'm telling you, go below in the description, click those two links, book a call with me and download this document. So when it comes to your own thing, you need to tell people, hey, do you want this? Do this. Don't be shy, because it does increase conversions by a substantial amount. Another reason is they solve fake problems instead of real business pain. Now, if we go back to this post and I just put random numbers here, this would have never done well, because if I would have said 80% or 5,000 items or 100 plus hours, no one would resonate with this, and people would be like, this is so out of the ball. And this would be speaking to maybe 5% of companies, because how many companies actually have more than 5,000 items monthly? And the thing is, you need to ask yourself, are majority of large B2B companies active on LinkedIn? I don't think so. And this is how to apply this for you specifically. You know, if you want to go and make a post directly yourself, this is your action plan. There's 5 steps. The first one is you need to find a client transformation. So real results, not theory. If you can't, or if you don't have one, just do research and try and get average numbers that make sense and are realistic. Then you want to collect the actual data, so before and after metrics, to show actual transformation. Then you want to write the hook. So remember, you want to have a pattern interrupt with a personal stake. And then number 4, you need to structure the story in a very nice flow method. So you want to start with the problem, you want to give the data, you want to give the solution, and then you want to give the results. And then at the end of that, you will end with engagement, and this will be a direct question about their specific situation. Now the template is the hook, which is unexpected statement about client situation, the problem, what they were struggling with. Then you're going to give the data, so specific metrics showing the pain, and then you want to give solution to what you implemented, and then you want to show the results, which are measurable improvements. Like I said, don't be vague. And then you want to end off with a question, so directly ask about reader situation. That's exactly how you can make this. This can be one post a week for you. You can follow this template, obviously, you know, trying different hooks, trying different pattern interrupts, trying different personal stakes, trying different numbers. Like, I don't want you to get this wrong. Like, this is a template, but there's so many ways this could be tested, and there's so many different variations. If you just do this once and it doesn't work, that doesn't mean it doesn't work, because this is a template formula. If all of this is to the T, but your hook is not right, then the post will perform shit. It will not perform good. So yeah, that's basically full formula on how you can get 68,000 impressions and hopefully more. And if you do, let me know, tag me on LinkedIn, comment below. And like I said, if you want me to do this for you and this is too much for you and you just like this is just rocket science to me, then by all means, click the link below to open my calendar and you can find a time, schedule a one-on-one call with me. I will help you book 50 plus meetings with LinkedIn, and you only pay on a performance basis. So for each qualified meeting we book you, and then like I said, if you want the PDF to this, click the other link in the description, and I just want your email and you will get this for completely free. So hopefully you found this video valuable, and take care. Have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.